I was, wow. At the beginning, I thought it was crazy, and I thought it was amazing. I want to do it, just spend some time with myself, see what is comes out. Yeah, that's why I'm here.
For me, the next step was to experience dark rooms so that I can begin seeding within me. My intention was really to seed within me the potential of living on light, living on love, living on life force.
The reason that I came over here, my life was stuck in the middle of nowhere. I didn't feel my life makes sense no more.
Magical things happen, like visions, like I saw a lot of light, I saw beings of light.
I always wanted to experience it myself before having a judgment ready.
It was amazing. It was one of the most incredible, fun, wild, beautiful things I've done in this lifetime, one of them. I didn't know what to expect. I had no clue what this experience was going to be like, and I really liked that. I didn't want to know what it was going to be like. I wanted the element of surprise and to deliberately step into the unknown, because darkness is like the void of creation, the unknown, right? Where possibility can take place.
Many people ask me, what is Darkroom Retreat? Why do you do such a crazy thing? You know, for us it's 9 days in absolute darkness, continuous, like being deep in a cave. Yogi in a cave, but no snakes, no scorpions, very comfortable rooms. And so people go, and you take no physical food? Well, we eat all the time, but from prana. We do deep meditations to feed people in another way so they realize it's possible. They have a few juice, of course, but why? Firstly, it's an ancient tradition. When you look through the ancient mystery schools, through India, you will find many initiations, and one of these is Darkroom. What does it give an initiate in this initiation? It's designed to 80% of how we perceive our world comes through the visionary reality. Well, what if we close that down, close down the digestive system? You're not spending energy digesting. You've got all this energy to go up through higher levels. You've got no distraction of physical vision. Your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient levels get expanded. You learn to get around easily and experience life for a while like a blind person, which is a fascinating experience.
I'm Siwen from China. I'm 26 years old, and I'm doing marketing in a Spanish company. There's so many bad things happen in the past. So, and I don't think I can handle it. I don't think I'm the beautiful person I want to be. So I want to do a better one. So I came here to clean myself.
My name is Haruko Philip, and I'm living in Canada, but I was born in Japan. And my age is 56 years old, and I do teach in spirituality, healing, and channelings, and all those sort of the woo-woo things, so-called. I was falling into the state of the depression. And when I was looking at all those things, and I was seeing many different aspects was coming into one piece, and then it's the time to change. Time to go into the next phase of the life, or second chapter of the life that I was looking for. That's why I came over here. And so I was so clear what I wanted to have. That is a connection, the true connection with the divine, true connection with the source.
Hi, my name is T-Bird Love, aka Tanya Ridgely, and I'm 39 years old. I live in Oakland, California, and I would say when people ask me what I do, I am a living muse. I felt I had a communication with Spirit that said it's time to go in. And I had my own personal set of intentions of what I wanted and what I knew I needed, and I got exactly that, which was great to get what I wanted in the dark room, though I had no idea what the experience was going to be like. And it was a wonderful combination of knowing what I wanted and being available to it, as well as not having a clue of what it was going to be like. So that was really exciting and fun for me.
So people come to Darkroom for many reasons, but there are specific type of people. Not everyone's cup of tea, so to speak. Not everyone would do this. Some come out, they say it's the toughest initiation I've ever done. But gosh, I learnt a lot. I needed that. And they come back often.
My name is José Boulian. I am 37. I am from Canada, Alberta. And my occupation is I am a teacher. I teach a workshop called Awakening the Illuminated Heart, a workshop created by Drew Melchizedek, and I've been teaching for 5 years. I also do hypnotherapy. It's past life regression, and I studied with Dolores Cannon, so it's a quantum healing hypnotherapy. I'm also a massage therapist. I've been a massage therapist for a long time. I do sound healing. I've been creating different healing modalities. I needed ways to be able to have more life, more light, new connections that are heart-feeding and connections with the earth. And this is something that I had been working on already, but living on prana for me just made more sense, because I kept saying to people, you know, not everyone understands the whole concept of living on light. And I said, well, we are all basically living on prana. I think you can't not live on prana, but maybe you're living a little percentage on prana and more on, you know, maybe 80% with food and 20% with prana. And so it's just changing that percentage. If you come into Darkroom and you start realizing and changing the belief system within the body so that the cells remember that it's not just being fed by food, but it's being fed by love, and that it starts to actually crave love and not food, then you're changing that percentage to maybe 60% food and 40% prana, and then moving on to maybe 40% food and 60% prana, and just creating a balance in your life where for me, it wasn't about eliminating the food in my life, because it really is a source of joy. I love to cook. I think cooking for me is like a meditation. I love tasting, and I mean, there's so much goodness.
My name is Emerson. I'm 37 years old. I'm from Brazil, and I'm a software developer. I had this goal of prana nourishment because I was really attracted to the possibility of living just on prana and stuff. And that was the main reason.
I'm Paola Samano. I'm 29 years old. I'm a sales and marketing manager, and I am from Mexico City. Well, I wanted to expand my knowledge and expand my consciousness, find a way of being.
I do meditation or yoga I started like half a year ago, 6 months ago, so not really that much. And then I do detox before I came here about 1 week. Yeah, starting less.
Yeah, I'm Frank, I'm 46, from Belgium, and my occupation is just working part-time in a hotel, being an internet entrepreneur. The only preparation, I was very busy, but the only preparation was just 2 weeks eating fruit, and then before I had like a detox in the city of Chiangmai in an Ayurvedic center.
People are well trained before they come, the type of people. They're detox, their bodies are totally detoxed before they come, so they have no physical body detoxification. A lot of mental detoxing has happened before, and emotional, but in Darkroom more happens, because you realize how active the monkey mind is and how powerfully it can draw you out of the now moment, and how you can go into that movie of reality quite easily, which will then make the emotional body drop. So we work to keep the emotional body operating in a way where the heart stays open, you feel inspired, but that's self-mastery.
As a preparation, I like 1 year before, I read her books, like Jasmuheen books, and I started to modify my diet. Like it's been like 1 year since I don't eat meat of any kind, and that was basically my preparation.
So I really began to take myself off of, you know, any like animal proteins, any delicious wine, sugar. I tend to really take good care of my body anyway. I do yoga. I really paid a lot of good attention to that, and I focused on what I wanted and what I needed, as well as knowing that what I needed was going to emerge as well once I had that quiet time, because my life was also extremely busy, and I knew that I needed that quiet time, so I was also giving myself that. And once I got on that plane, it was like all the other world was going to stop, and everybody knew that. I set that boundary, like, when I'm gone until I get back. And that was a really important prep too, to make sure everything was in place so that I can go and have time for myself.
I let life prepare me for the darkroom, so it was a preparation, but it was not my mind preparing me, it was life preparing me. So events, people came to me, emotional releases happened in my life. I did change my diet, but I had been changing my diet already. I've been a vegetarian for a long time, so I've been eliminating, since January, I had been eliminating gluten and dairy, and just really keeping my diet very clean, more greens, and things like that. But I think the preparation for me was more of a mental preparation. It was preparing my body so that I'm like, okay, we're going to be shifting something now, it's something very old. I mean, we've been existing a certain way for many, many lifetimes, and I'm not saying what it is. It's not like I was saying my body, you're going to have to stop eating and we're going on prana. I'm just saying we're transforming. I'm going into a period of, I don't know what darkroom is going to bring me. I don't know what kind of transformations. I was just expecting a change. Yeah, so that kind of preparation.
So there's like 9 days and nights, it's totally darkness, basically no food, and you basically can't talk. So it's really tough time, especially at the beginning. The first day I didn't eat and drink at all, and the second morning I just feel dizzy and the heartbeat. I think my body just needs time to get used to it. And then after that, from the second to the ninth, per day I have 2 juice, and then do the meditation every day. Of course, every day in the morning, you're emotional, like just up and down. Sometimes you're super excited, and sometimes you just get depressed. But you have to do the meditation and talk to yourself, yeah.
We like our darkroom for people to have a set program where there's emotional body food, beautiful sacred music. We have a program of feeding the body with pure prana, essence, energy. So we have exercises and meditations to do that. We have some group time where people are always naturally respectful to go deep into meditation. We have times of silence where again people are very respectful of the group itself, so that we can all have silent experiences and feeling that solitude, but still the community that's there with great love. So we build over the energy or create a very particular energy vortex to be in.
The first couple of days it was really fighting with the feeling of not being able to find my way, like a blind man. Once you accept it, you don't fight it anymore, and then the struggle stops. It's just like, okay, you go through the area like you are a wandering spirit, and that's also a nice feeling, just completely different.
I was prepared very good. So that inside of the darkroom, I didn't have any pain, suffering, anything around the physical body. First 3 days, emotions to emotions to emotions. So anger, sadness, frustration, I cannot identify anymore because I did many work in the past. It's just the emotions came out. And every time it came out and I was dealing with it, and I allow those emotions comes out and then experiencing it. As soon as I finish experiencing it, and then the joy comes out. So that it was just the repeating things of that. And then I started to realize that with the Jasmuheen's input, I don't choose the joy part. And then by the time Jasmuheen was introducing the violet cocoon exercise, she was explaining about the bouncing back those negative energies or beings who doesn't serve to me the best, the most, can bouncing back with love, sending back their love. that worked so well. Since that day I introduced that one to my body, no negative thought coming in, negative energy coming in. And then that was really helping me to connect with the source, connect with the essence.
So you learn a lot in Darkroom and many, many funny stories. You know, I had a man, I had a young man once, and he had a shower, and he has a towel, and he comes out of the shower, and he thinks he's in his room, but he'd actually gone through the main door. He dropped his towel. He bends over, his bottom's in the air as he's bending. At that same point, a very elderly woman who has a nun, she's like a nun, comes along, bangs into him, leans forward, feels buttocks, and he goes, who's feeling me? And so you hear upstairs, as they have collided, and you know, little things like that can happen.
I'm Giovanni Vota from Italy, 57 years old. I'm a computer science electronic engineer and a spiritual quantum coach. The beginning was, for the first 3 days at least, very difficult for me. Also, I wake up, Jasmuheen, I think at 4 a.m. during the night, asking help for understanding. But physically, immediately, well, I already made an experience of breatharianism with Jasmuheen last year. Immediately, my physical body and my spiritual body, they were great. The problem with my emotional and mental body that struggle a lot. But at the end, the last day and a half, it was quiet and it was nice and everything flowed.
It was amazing. It was one of the most incredible, fun, wild, beautiful things I've done in this lifetime, one of them. And in terms of not taking food, that wasn't new to me. There's various times in the year where I will fast, and what I really appreciate about Jazz is she was saying this isn't about fasting. It was a different mindset. It was about taking energy from prana and understanding that difference, because I've fasted before, sometimes 14, 24 days. I've also participated in ceremonies where I've been in Vision Quest. I've been a sun dancer where I've danced for 4 days with no water or food, you know, praying. So that aspect, that wasn't new to me. I feel like my life has kind of prepared me now for this moment in the darkroom. But what was really cool was understanding to be nourished from prana, and knowing exactly what that meant. It became clear to me once in the darkroom, because I could see in moments where in parts of my life where I didn't realize I was necessarily doing it consciously, but I was nourished by prana, particularly when I was in deep meditation or connection or doing a ceremony or ritual or creating. So that was very interesting to understand that and how to tap in more with essence. Did I take juice? Yes, I did. The first 2 days, I didn't take any. It's really valuable to check in with yourself on what you need, not from pushing. Like, okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just totally be fed from prana and be strong. Well, yeah, and throughout the journey of my time in Darkroom, my percentages increased to 100%. When I first started, I was only at 40% coming from stressful Bay Area. And by the time, you know, Wednesday rolled around, I guess it was, or 3 days later, I don't even know the time, I was at 100%. But I only took juice first in the morning and then the one at lunch and none the rest of the day. And the reason why I did that was because I was in negotiation with my physical body that did such a great job, and I was just giving her pleasure.
For me, it was quite strong physically. I didn't have any emotional or spiritual problems at all. I couldn't handle this. But I guess I was not prepared enough physically. So by the 4th day, I had strong detox reactions. Which was bearable, but it was like quite uncomfortable these last like 5 days. And by the end of it, like, of the dark room, I came like a little bit weak, but I was okay. And each day I was like, I'm feeling with more energy and more energy. And I'm looking forward to this final result, which I don't have yet, but like it seems to be a good one. Until the third day, I was only feeling hungry. So it was not a big deal at all. But then from the fourth day until the seventh day, I started to feel like headaches. My mouth would like had something strange. I was kind of dizzy. My kidneys hurt a little bit, and that was pretty much it. And the thing is, like, I didn't adapt to the time fuse as well, to the time zone as well. So I just stay awake all night long, like, which was no problem for me as well. I mean, at all. And that was pretty much it. And then by the end of the seventh day, I started to get better. And by the eighth and the ninth day, I kind of sensed some improvement.
I came into Darkroom feeling very excited, very confident. I was looking forward to the peace and quiet of the darkroom. And so the lights turn off at 10 o'clock. We go to sleep, you know, that I can do. It's dark. I wake up at about, I don't know, it's probably about 5 in the morning. And I remember where I am. I'm in the darkroom. And then all of a sudden I feel the darkness and the walls. And I sat up on my bed with this unexpected panic. And I don't panic very much in life. I can't say I've had any panic attacks. This was probably my first panic attack in my whole life, where I felt a rushing heat fill my body. My breath was shallow, and I began panicking. And I was recognizing these feelings as, it felt very claustrophobic. It felt like the walls were closing in, and I had to just breathe. That's all I could do, was breathe these emotions and observe them and go, what is going on? I managed to get myself back to sleep because my roommates, we were 3 in a room, my roommates are still sleeping. And then we naturally wake up all together, and I'm still feeling this panic, but I'm managing to, like, okay, I'm aware of it now. It's not so much of a surprise. And Jasmuheen rings the first bell in the morning, and it's time to find my mat. And I'm thinking, I have a lot of courage. So I grabbed my little blankie, because that was my blanket. And I began walking to my mat, and my panic completely blinded me. I began feeling around. I couldn't find the wall. I couldn't find the table. I couldn't find my path. I didn't know where I was. I couldn't find my room. All I was thinking is, find your room, find your roommates, they'll help you. And I was like, where's my room? And I panicked. And so I get to the room, and they're like, what's going on? I think they could feel my energy. And I thought, I got lost, and I'd start telling them about my panic, and I started to cry, and I was just overwhelmed by these feelings that I wasn't expecting. So they said, okay, well, I'll take you to your mat. So I just grabbed on to T-Bird, and she walked me to my mat, and I got to my mat, and I cried. I cried the panic. I cried the unexpected. 9 days of this was like a little much to handle. It felt very intense. And so all I could do through that panic was meditate and find my happy space that I know I can find, and stay there. Because as soon as I got out of the happy space, I would feel panic. And so the morning of day number 4, I wake up and I decide that I'm going to change this today. So I go into meditation, and I feel again those feelings of, you know, this thing that I had been feeling for 4 days, the feeling of maybe a little bit of sadness and a little bit of fear of the dark and whatnot. And I decide that within the fear there is love, and I was going to find it. And I just in my meditation, I saw myself as just almost this naked body swimming in water, just kind of floating there. And in my meditation, I saw these little light, fluffy, light, feathery beings kind of come down, and they were just kind of feather massaging me and all of my body, creating this nourishment. So I just kind of sat there and I let them nourish me, and I let them just soothe me, soothe all of the worry out and bring me into that place of peace again. And these little bubble, it's not a bubble of light, it looked like a feather puffball almost. And this puffball entered me through the navel and then went inside and started doing the same thing to all of my organs and just calming me down and creating more light. And I began being aware of this field that was being awakened inside of me. This field that was completely nurturing, and it became stronger and stronger, and I was filled with this light. I could feel my heart. I could feel this light come and caress my organs that were hungry, so it would like caress my stomach. And then I could feel this, all of the fear and separation that my stomach was holding on to, a little bit of tightness, would relax into this field, and my hunger just went away. And then it went to another organ, and then I could feel the tightness and all of the fear of separation from lifetimes, just the tightness would just melt, and I would relax into the field, and then I would feel absolutely wonderful. And it did that all through my body. And when I was done the meditation, I felt stronger and better than I had felt during the whole 4 days. But better yet, I was aware of this field within me. And I wanted to give it a name, and I'm like, what am I going to name it? What am I going to name it? And the words, the field of pure potential, came to me.
The field of pure infinite potential. Now that has vibrational frequencies. Its baseline frequency is love. Now I'm not talking romantic love. I'm talking about divine love. I'm talking about the sort of love that rises and bubbles within you like cosmic champagne, where it's impossible to be hungry. And then from that field is wisdom. The intuitive voice comes loud and clear, and you get all the answers to life's problems if you're having problems. Or sometimes people come because they've completed a chapter in their life and they're just ready for the next level to come in.
And I was so excited. And so I went back to Jasmuheen just to tell her that I had shifted. So I had been able to move myself from the fear into the state of this field. And she was like, of course, you know, she knows about the field. And so she was so excited. She said, do you want to share your story with the group? And so that next bell, I shared my story with the group, and I was able to talk about the field, and just to get the sense of the whole calming that my body had experienced. The next 3 days after that, I've been just healing, clearing, and just moving as much as I could out of the state of separation into the state of pure potential.
Oh, when I came out yesterday, like around 5 p.m., everything is so beautiful. I don't want to use that word reborn, maybe that's too much, reborn, but I think I get totally new attitude. It's not like, oh, tomorrow I'm going to learn new things or do this or do what. It's like changing your attitude, your mind. So after I came out, I appreciated everything, even the people hurt me before. And I just forgive them, I send them love, and I will keep doing it.
The last day when you go out and you put your glasses on and you see the world for the first time after 9 days, wow, your senses expand. You realize how much beauty you have in your eyes, and you go around the world without even noticing it.
Coming out of Darkroom was such a blissful feeling. It's like, you know, it's like someone that's been starving their whole life and giving them a little bit of food, or someone that's been thirsty their whole life and giving them a little bit of water. It's like you can feel the water going into the body, and you can feel the water just nourishing you so much. So going outside on day number 9 was like just the sun. It's like it's kind of like something you can't really explain, and not something that you can expect before you have the experience of Darkroom. It was just pure bliss. I think I was in bliss for like the whole day and a half of like just seeing my bed and seeing the glass, seeing the water, seeing the people, seeing the beauty of the people, seeing the faces of my roommates.
Coming out to the light was like magic. It was right going through the doorway, it was kind of tripped out. It felt very trippy, like and coming out into this beautiful paradise, like, oh my God, paradise in Thailand and Tao Garden was amazing. Hearing the birds and the smells of flowers, and it was as if all the colors were in super HD. Experiencing all of the beautiful people who I had shared this space with coming out together was amazing. It was like, wow. And there was something very exciting about, by the time the retreat had finished, I was finished. It was like, this was perfect. This was exactly what I needed. I don't need to be more. I don't need, right now I'm amped to go back into the world.
Each gift is just unique and perfect for each person. So you need to do this in order to receive them. The gifts I received, it's gonna change my life on 360 degrees. Where I work, I love helping people, so I'll probably just people I talk to, it's like I'm gonna walk this earth, expanding my harmony, expanding my knowledge, what I gained here, expanding my love, nourishing wherever I go with love and harmony, and being with myself and with others with love.
One of my favorite gifts that I received was all about presencing with I am pure love. I think another gift that I'm going to carry in has to do with the techniques of meditation that Jazz had given us. I meditate in various ways, and I think that various ways allows me to have access to different varying things.
The most of the stories I hear of people coming out from Darkroom is, that was the most profound thing I've ever done in my life. It gave me a chance to recalibrate my life. It gave me a chance to sit still and do recapitulation, where I went right back through life and I looked at how I've conducted myself and where I've hurt people, where I've been hurt, to go into forgiveness, to rebalance that energy, to send so much love through that, untangle a few energy lines from that, to look at the situation and realize the gift I was given from that in my growth, to be thankful today because I am a better person today because of my past, and then let the past go and come fully into the present. To take the time to sit and look at the now, the present of your life, to look at family, to look at business, to look at friendships, to look at passion, purpose in life, to look at you as a point of consciousness in the matrix of creation and say, assess it honestly.
My life's not going to be the same from now. Like, I intend to change a few things in my life now, but in my lifestyle and stuff, because I really want to keep that up. I really want to keep the state and see what this could like bring me. And I'm really satisfied with all the results, even though it was like a struggle and stuff, but it was worth it for sure.
I went outside with the new feeling that I had created inside myself. I had created this field inside myself that was so strong now that I was living, that the trees felt different, the grass felt different, the colors felt different, because I felt so one with everything. Even this morning I had this beautiful experience. So we're now on Monday, day number 3 out of Darkroom, and every day has offered me new opportunity to see this field outside of me, because in Darkroom it's really about inside, right? Because the outside senses are so shut off. It's dark, so you're paying attention to the field within. And so as you come out of Darkroom and start seeing the world outside, you start applying all of the information to the outside reality and feeling this field all around you.
I just want to say Thank you for your open-heartedness. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being you. Thank you for listening to your heart. Thank you for trusting your intuition. Thank you for all your love and support for what we do in the world. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for your emails. Thank you for defending me, the work we do. When people say, oh, Jasmuheen is, they have their opinions, but you can say, but do you really know her work? Do you know what she really does? Most people go, no. Thank you for those who enlighten them. Thank you for those who share your fabulous experiences of being in retreat with us, of being in Darkroom. And thank you for the light you're carrying. Thank you for the wisdom you carry. Thank you for the love you carry. Thank you for listening to your own intuition. Thank you for holding the dream of one people living in harmony on one planet.
So my message to all of you who are considering, and even if you're just considering, it means that you're ready. I feel like something like this doesn't just come up because you're just hanging out. Spirit doesn't work in man-made ways and has its way of tapping us on the shoulder and in the heart and waking us up and to go and trust that feeling. And I feel the overall message, particularly of this group and knowing myself and my life, for those of you who want to contribute more in life and really bring about love and beautiful consciousness and greatness to the planet. It's wonderful to be able to have something like this to really give you access to that part of yourself, even if it feels scary. And the thing is that if you feel afraid, it's not like it's the first time you feel afraid. You already know what it feels like, so it's not something new. So okay, be 3 steps ahead of it. I already know what fear feels like, so got that one. It's not a surprise, and just keep going. There's something really magical about it, and I think for us who contribute a lot and who do a lot, like all about world service, what is one of the most valuable gifts that you can get out of this is that this gift is for you specifically. And the more you can give yourself your gift and take care and nurture you, like making it about me, 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 this is not being about your ego. This is about loving you so incredibly much that you're willing to stop everything else for the time being and focus on you and love yourself. The more the world will benefit from your gifts.
The only thing that limits us is our thoughts. So if you're willing to open your mind, come here and give it a chance for the improbable happen, or the impossible as you think it is happen, you will come out like a completely different person. Like once you face these new realities that you choose to create. I think that's the bottom line. That's one of the most important things that I've learned here was that, you know.
What I would like to share is if we're feeling frightened by something or intimidated by something that may feel fearful, it's to embrace that as the potential gift that it will bring to us, because in my experience of Darkroom, I find that it is my challenges that brought me to the levels of love that I was looking for. It's through the feelings of fear that I found love, and it's through the feelings of panic that I found joy and peace, and it's to embrace them for who we are and not to be scared of them, but to see them as the gift that they are.
Io sono amore. Io sono infinito. Io sono eterno.
Je suis amour, je suis infini, je suis éternel. Namaste.
Yo soy amor. Yo soy infinito. Yo soy eterno. Namaste.
Eu sou amor, eu sou infinito e eu sou eterno.
私は愛です。私は無限です。私は永遠です。
I am love. I am infinite. I am eternal. so it is. Thank you.